Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chardonnay, aka Chardonnova, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to do a full face with only using a skin tint. So let's get started. Okay, so my skin is already prepped with some skincare. I only use the Road glazing milk and also the barrier butter on my skin just to prep my skin because I do have drier skin. And then we're gonna go right into the base. So for the skin tint, I'm gonna use the Hourglass skin tint in the shade 16, and we're gonna apply this directly on the face. We're gonna apply a little bit more than I would usually would because we want a fuller face, but we want the illusion of a fuller face with just the skin tint, so we're going to apply a little bit more. Okay, so for the brush, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario F4 brush to blend out the skin tint. I'm going to use the Hourglass concealer to bronze my skin. This is in the shade Anais. This is the darkest shade, and it broke unfortunately, so we're still going to use it. I'm going to put it right here, and right here. And I'm going to take an angled brush and we're just going to blend out the concealer. All right, now that the bronzer is applied, we're going to do blush. I'm going to take the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes in the shade Valentine. Apparently she discontinued this, so you cannot find it anywhere, unfortunately. I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, and then we're going to apply this. We're going to mix it in with the brush first and then apply it directly on. To concealer, which is my favorite part, I'm going to take the LYS concealer in the shade DN5, and then we're going to twist the top to get some product out of it, and we're going to apply it directly under the eyes, and we're going to apply it on the forehead and right here under the nose. And then to blend, I'm going to go back with my F4 brush and blend out the concealer. Okay, we're going to stop there for now. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. This is her new concealer. This is the Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer in the shade 10 Medium. And we are going to use this to brighten up under our eyes. Just a little, nothing too much. And then I'm going to take my Hourglass concealer brush and we're going to blend the concealer right here. Okay, now that we have all of our cream products on, it's time to use some powder. I'm going to be using, I would say, 2 different powders today. I am going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in the shade Banana Bread. I love this shade. And we're going to use this shade to set all of the concealer. And to apply the powder, I'm going to use a powder puff. I'm going to dip it in. And then I'm going to use the back of my hand is like a palette at this point. Just blend, make sure it's even, and then we're going to set under the eyes. I used a lot of concealer, so we're going to use a lot of powder just to keep it in place. See how that blurred under the eye? Amazing. Okay, now that I know it look crazy, but trust the process. So then we're gonna set the rest of the face with a different powder, And this time I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario setting powder in the shade 5 Neutral Medium Deep. This is the soft blur setting powder, the Surreal Skin. And then we're gonna take a different powder puff and we're gonna use that to set the rest of the face. I'm talking about the bronzer, I'm talking about under here. Just set all over, but don't touch the area where you put your concealer. I'm just gonna put some on a powder puff and dab it on the back of my hand. Okay, I know I look crazy still, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just to blend out any excess powder. We want it to look nice and even all over the face. Okay, now on to powder bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the NARS bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer ever in the shade Laguna 8. And of course, my palette broke. But I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just go over the cream bronzer that we did before. Today's blush, I'm gonna use the NARS blush in the shade Dolce Vita. And I'm gonna take an angled fluffy brush and just dab that in. It's like a pretty natural pink. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. And then we're gonna go over where we placed the blush earlier, just to add some color to the face. I'm going to use 2 different setting sprays. The first one, I'm going to use the Urban Decay. It's the All Nighter Matte Finish setting spray. Let that dry down. Okay, and then for the second setting spray, I'm going to use the Yummy Skin by Zenith and Myrix. I'm gonna let the setting sprays dry and then I'm gonna be back with the lip combo. So I am back. I finished my eyes. I added like a little smoky liner and some mascara. The mascara I use is gonna be the Urban Decay Tubing Mascara. And then for lip combo, I'm gonna use the One Size Coin Collector along with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Guava. All right, guys, this is the complete look. What do we think? We like? Yeah, this took like, I want to say like an hour to do because I was just, I don't know, I was just going back and forth and blending and adding powders and all of that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any other makeup requests from me or any other videos you want to see from me, please leave it in the comments below and I will list all of the products that I've used in the description. Everything that I've used is from Sephora, so I'll have all the links down in the description. And this is the final look for the full glam with only using a skin tint. Okay, thank you, period. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.